In just 5 weeks, Philadelphia hosts the most symbolic sporting event in American history, and the city is spending like it. A $500 million airport transformation, $30 million in transit upgrades, a waterfront being rebuilt from scratch, and a city with over $2 billion in active development happening simultaneously. Picture this: July 4th, 2026. 69,000 fans packed into Lincoln Financial Field. A World Cup round of 16 knockout match on the screen. Fireworks going off over South Philadelphia. And 2 miles away, Independence Hall, the Liberty Bell, the room where the United States was invented. No other host city has a moment like this. Philadelphia alone gets July 4th, the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, as a World Cup match day. The declaration was signed 2 blocks from where the Fan Fest will be held. No sports event planner could have designed a more loaded moment. It happened because Philadelphia is just that city. 500,000 visitors expected over the course of Philadelphia's matches. The FIFA Fan Fest at Lemon Hill in East Fairmount Park, running for 5 weeks. Free and open to the public, the largest tourism event in the city's modern history. Philadelphia has spent 3 years building toward this. The infrastructure was coming regardless. The World Cup just made July 4th the deadline, and the transit system that helped win the bid is ready, mostly. For a World Cup visitor trying to get to Lincoln Financial Field, the journey could not be simpler. The Broad Street line runs directly from Center City to the stadium. Exit at NRG Station, the last southbound stop, and it is a short walk to the gates. Fare, $2.90, the most affordable stadium transit of any World Cup host city in America. New Jersey Transit is charging $150 round trip. SEPTA invested $30 million in infrastructure upgrades specifically for the World Cup. Signal and track work, new signage, improved lighting, new fare gates, roof replacement, and platform resurfacing at NRG Station. Sports Express trains on match days. The agency that carried the bid delivered on it. And after the match, the ride home is free. Airbnb partnered with Philadelphia Soccer 2026 to sponsor complimentary rides home after every World Cup game, from halftime until 2 hours after the final whistle. The Broad Street line is ready for July 4th. It is one of the great pieces of stadium transit infrastructure in American sports. The permanent funding solution for the agency running it is still being worked out in Harrisburg. The front door to the city got the same treatment. For an international visitor landing at Philadelphia International Airport this summer, the experience will be the best in the airport's recent history. PHL completed a $500 million capital improvement campaign timed for 2026, a $13 million SEPTA platform rehabilitation, a $20 million restroom upgrade, a $16 million terminal refresh, a $25 million runway rehabilitation, special terminal viewing areas where passengers can watch World Cup matches live before their connections, all finished by May 2026, 7 miles from downtown. 20 minutes by regional rail to Center City. The front door to Philadelphia is ready, and it is genuinely impressive. 1 mile from downtown, the Delaware River Waterfront is in the middle of its most ambitious transformation in decades. The I-95 CAT project, a $329 million effort to build an 11.5-acre park over the interstate at Penn's Landing, is one of the most significant civic infrastructure investments in Philadelphia's history. I-95 carries over 160,000 vehicles per day through the heart of the city. For decades, it acted as a wall, cutting Center City off from its own riverfront. The CAT project is building a structural deck directly over the active highway and constructing an entire park on top of it. Gardens, a skating rink, an amphitheater, a water play area, a mass timber pavilion designed by Kieran Timberlake, an 11.5-acre civic space that will make the Delaware River feel like the center of the city rather than its edge. Right now, it is 30% complete. Steel beams spanning the southbound lanes of I-95 as we speak. The South Street pedestrian bridge goes up in a single overnight installation this summer. The full cap opens in 2029, the park in 2030. World Cup visitors will see Philadelphia building something extraordinary. They just won't see it finished. And while the waterfront is being rebuilt, the city behind it is transforming at a pace most people outside Philadelphia haven't noticed. Most people watching the World Cup coverage from Philadelphia this summer will see the stadium, the Fan Fest, and the historic district. What the cameras won't capture is the scale of transformation happening across the rest of the city simultaneously. Center City, Philadelphia currently has $2.14 billion in major developments completed or under construction, 21 projects completed in 2025, 24 more under construction right now, over 8,000 residential units either delivered or in the pipeline. The transformation isn't clustered around one neighborhood or one anchor project. It is happening river to river, Girard Avenue to Tasker Street, the entire downtown core moving at once. The story that tells it best is the Navy Yard, a former military base that sat on the southern edge of the city for decades, functional, forgotten, and disconnected from everything around it. The Navy Yard is now being transformed through a $6.2 billion master plan into a full mixed-use neighborhood. The first residential properties since the 1940s are under construction right now. 614 apartments opening this year, hotels, offices, restaurants, a new neighborhood being built from scratch on land that the city had largely written off. Philadelphia has also quietly become one of the national leaders in something most cities are still trying to figure out: converting empty office buildings into housing. 9 million square feet converted over the last 25 years. 1,701 Market Street. The Bellevue, the Bourse. Buildings that defined the city's commercial identity for a century, finding new life as apartments at the exact moment the city needs more of them. The World Cup visitors arriving this summer are walking into a city that is genuinely, broadly, mid-transformation. Not just around the stadium, and the waterfront those visitors will walk along tells its own story. For the fans walking Philadelphia's waterfront this summer, the views will be spectacular. Cherry Street Pier, a converted 1917 pier now hosting markets, food vendors, and events year-round. Spruce Street Harbor Park, floating gardens and hammocks strung along the Delaware. Race Street Pier, a landscaped public space that transformed an industrial dock into one of the most photographed spots in the city. The Lemon Hill Fan Fest with upgraded paths, new drainage, and skyline views that will be photographed by 500,000 visitors. Philadelphia has invested hundreds of millions transforming its riverfront over the past decade, pier by pier, block by block, creating a continuous waterfront experience that barely existed 15 years ago. The rivers look magnificent. They are getting cleaner every year through the city's 25-year Green City Clean Waters Plan. Philadelphia's combined sewer system still overflows into both rivers during heavy summer storms. The Wingohocking Tunnel, the long-term fix, is in planning. The World Cup runs through peak storm season. The rivers are beautiful. The cleanup is real. The timeline is just longer than this summer. Step back from the waterfront and look at everything Philadelphia has built and is still building all at once. Philadelphia is not a city that waited for the World Cup to start building. It has been building for years, and the World Cup is arriving at the exact moment that building is becoming visible all at once. The Penn's Landing Cap will be extraordinary when it opens. The Broad Street line is world-class stadium transit. The airport is ready for a global audience. The Navy Yard is becoming a neighborhood. Center City is adding thousands of new homes. And the July 4th match at the birthplace of American democracy will be one of the most watched sporting events in American history. What it reveals about Philadelphia in 2026 is a city building something worth watching and worth coming back to see when it's finished. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.